Some things just got to be said. Marathon music. Look, you don't got a clue for what you wanna do. I'm busy getting rich. You think that I'm gonna stop for you? I built this on my own, and everybody know it's true. Still niggas act like they supposed to have control of what I do, but look, they don't got a clue of what I've been through. Nigga ain't had no trust funds or eat up no silver spoons. Nigga ain't had no peace inside my house until I moved, and I damn sure can't recall having no exit route with you. But then I don't got a clue of what you even do. What good is a dream if you can't make your shit come true? What good is a team when everyone
he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Check.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
That's what I do.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
I ain't worried about it.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, 29 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do,
Yeah.
man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah. Well.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. They'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run.
Twice I laid that price and we did this, nigga. Rich Devin Cole out, said I had to sit back down and rearrange that list, nigga. Now I'm out here getting rich. You know a nigga gotta talk my shit.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
Now we out here
Picked up
getting
by
rich.
Xavier
You know a
Howard.
nigga
And
gotta
his
talk
guys
my
are going to
shit.
hit the football at the 37-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
Let's have 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Right there in there every now and then.
On the first down, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Nips. So my grind was my time. I ain't think twice. I made that price and we did this, nigga.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Said I had to sit back down and rearrange that list, nigga. Now I'm out here getting rich. You know a nigga gotta talk my shit.
7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4
We out
coming
here
up.
getting
On a
rich.
2nd and long,
No,
it's
nigga
really
gotta
nice
talk
to
my
see an
shit.
offense that has enough confidence
Police
to run the
back.
football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Bitch pulling up, be like 100-something dick. That's
He
that
rifles
crack.
one that's intercepted.
100 licks.
Picked up by Lavonte David. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Posted on the block,
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Now I'm out here getting rich. You know a nigga gotta talk my shit. Now we out here getting rich. You know
On
a nigga
2nd
gotta
down,
talk my
here's a keeper
shit.
by the QB. Quick pass out to Miller. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. The receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll keep it himself. Room here to run. 20. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
I feel these emotions. Still I keep going. I've been a poet. I've been through the motions. I'm feeling heroic. But life is a dice game. And I dare you to blow it. You might get a strike, man, but that ain't gonna pay for the struggles. It's never enough to keep soda. Tell her your daddy a soldier. She needs you right now in this moment.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, and you're a little bit more confident when you start that next drive, or you just throw that out the window.
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. Let's see how they attack him here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Two are going to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. He finds his target, Fuller. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Coming this way, here we go.
On play action, here's Tua. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Tua. And that will be incomplete.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. The wind is at his back here in the 2nd quarter. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. They'll start with the option. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, here's the action. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
A 1st carry for Miami native. This is Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. And when people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and run the option to pick it up. 1st down and much more here for Jones. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. Oh, yeah, you're still teaching me on these RPOs. Was that an RPO or was that a design quarterback run the whole way?
I think it was an RPO, and a lot of times we have to distinguish RPO, zone read, all those things that come with it. But to me, this was a play call from the coach that said, here it is, now make the right decision. And that's exactly what he did.
Indeed he did, and able to convert on 3rd down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the 1st half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff looking right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I don't understand why it's supposed to keep coming on base, but it fucking one single high safety every fucking time. Shit's stupid.
Here we go, set. 52 blue.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
It's gonna be a long day. Let's go, let's go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Parker the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike 5, Mike 5.
43 rail.
Kill.
Here's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude, not the same. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. It's not get together and run it and take the pressure off.
A jet sweep, here's Green. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards to loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this from your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be dead.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it.
You know what
in this case,
money is you can afford to be dramatic. Y'all some drama queens for real.
Back on that one, it leads
It's all good though. You're now tuning into the biggest ever. YMCMB Twenty League. Young Angel, Young Lion, man. Y'all boys get on the track. Old Nico Mirage and y'all still dying, man. What's up? We in this bitch. This ain't gonna be the first time that I do numbers on 2 crutches. See more plaques than 2 brushes. Until I'm at the pearly white gates, I gotta move something, do something. All meetings happen in person, so they can't prove nothing. Know the 8 years and still fucking like a new husband. Trying to run the country like Putin one day, but who's rushing? blushing? Who's bluffing? For real, who you hugging? Who you wanna be loving? I played 48 minutes on a tour meniscus. Who's subbing? El Chico Luxury. Wanna see my niggas ball so bad I started up a league. Fuck with me, you niggas can't trouble me from the double tree. Step the streets up. I get out of her to set the beats up. 2021, I had to wet the streets up. Your girl was better in the morning like a slice of pizza. That's when I had to hit her with the nice to meet you. You niggas think you're doing damage, you just hyping me up. Face who? I'ma see all of y'all run straight through. Trust is all fun and games until I wanna play too. I need a Pio, the ice is free, I wanna Jesus. It's bringing me closer to God. I'm already close to the mob. I'm already known as the GOAT. Could try to get close, but you won't. I already packed the garage. None of these shits is a dodge. None of this shit's a facade. None of this shit's a mirage. Thought I was seeing things when I was seeing green.
2 and out on first down. Here's one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Fuck is wrong with this nigga? Fuck out my face, draining the clock, bitch ass nigga.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
Pussy.
Hopkins' kick is good, and just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his third interception. Able to get there and pick it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now Elliott. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I loved one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. Keep Orleans in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beat that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
She can go up. It can go down. Either way, I'm prepared.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. Throwing the outlet incomplete.
I be coming in deep, but fuck deep. Everywhere the other, the shit's deep. On the cover street, the southern heat. Make a bad with summer just last week. And your mama weep. Crying cause she don't want to marry your brother. The blood leaks while the EMTs gotta carry your baby like your mother's supposed. Thank God we survived. Around with a terrorist. Some of them traumatized. Wouldn't trade it for nothing through hard times. And the day I discovered the hustle and making the best out of struggle. I kept grinding to the step for level respect mine. Gotta stay out of trouble. Cause take nines like the air rebuttal. Cold world niggas know what it is. Just in case they don't know what it is. In summer I don't wear numbers. Couldn't dare touch it if they sold it. Black hot niggas running up the street. Shots popping. We heard it up the street. It's a war, niggas running up the score. Jesus let the truth turn up the cheek. What's
Summertime, bring the colors with them. Hella blues like the Rolling Six. Christ with the heaven, age 33 and 30 pimps and soda lips.
They say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
I told you.
Throwing his tongue
It can go up, it can go down. I don't give a fuck. Nigga, I done seen the highest heights.
Down, no, it's
I done seen
incomplete.
it
They
twice.
certainly had good starting field position
And I
on
seen
that
the
drive, but
lowest
couldn't
of
do
the
anything
low.
with it after 3
And
plays.
still I
It's a disappointing end to excellent field
down at
position.
your neck,
When that
nigga.
drive started, they
Yeah.
had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Sanders' kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
I'm in the city now, but I am passing through. One visit to the county, I see Max to do. She said she want my love, and I'm gentle. You ain't keep your word when you told me you ain't
Offense set to begin their next possession. And with 3 interceptions
That's
thrown
about the
already,
streets you
this
had a
team
combo
today,
with.
they rely more on the ground game here.
Conversations, count money, stacking in the middle. Had a dream we all shit, but we prayed it real. Touch your back on your brother for some cash and ain't feeling. Getting money in the road, you'll spread love. Ain't feeling. Uncles in the box, he did bedtime. Shoot out to the E-way and them cats going down the damn round. Number one rule, look at your rear view, you'll be fed down. Talk about that shit you did in your past, you did on say it loud. Body put a nigga down.
They go option here with Jones. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. Operating for the gun. Jones. This is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He lost his life to some cancer. You turned your back, I need you the most. You left me a bad
Niggas trying to have that document. See when he got on bad time, but he's first before he's taken down at the 36. They've been rolling the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So I won't ask again. Had a fight when I was locked up, they sent me to Max again. And don't get checked before my show, just know my straps is in. They do a walkthrough before I get
from the
there, they
36
back
now,
again.
1st
You
and
can't
10.
be love in the past, you gotta try again. I gotta watch the way I park, that's why I'm backing in. My gas died, so we drop ashes in the lab again. We do
Jones
a
out to
lot
the
to
flat,
share
that's
lives, so
caught.
I'm done
And he'll be
again.
taken
That's
down,
a
but not
dirty
before
little
he
thing,
gets
that's what
into
Brad
enemy
did. It's on his
territory.
left when he had
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Now they try the right side here. And he
Fucking
is met
block,
at the line
bro.
of scrimmage,
Damn.
and he goes down right there. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Right here, right here. 60. Mike 51.
Operating from the gun, Jones.
What the?
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Tua. And throw right side complete to Parker. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Hold my chest out, nigga. Right on my shoulder, bring the best out, nigga. Get it brighter, you get left out, nigga.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Don't stress out, nigga. Hold my chest out, nigga. Weight on my shoulder, bring the best out, nigga.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time to make sure you get in shape.
It's complete downfield out left to his running back. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Again to Elliott. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Now, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Cook with a first down and much more. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They run again on first down. Cook, and he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And they give this time to the tailback. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hitting yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Bang, 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 bang.
Jones now will run it. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Second down at 7.
Get him, get him, get him. Right here, guys.
And they run the option on second down.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
The Bucs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Spine, spine, spine. No, no, no.
Now Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Right there.
Looking to pass. Tua.
Oh my, yo, he threw that.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard
Oh my God.
line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence.
Fuck, that should've
Found the
been a
hole
pick.
in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
They'll run on first down. Elliott.
Check 24.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Being chased out left.
Oh, let's go!
A crusher there as it's intercepted.
Oh.
Picked up by Lavonte David. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Cook, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
SOS. Check 9. 70 Timberwolves. The mic. 3 buzz. 51 the mic, boy.
Now an option play on 2nd down. Steps away. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 51. Mike 51. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll try and run the option. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash, this from 33. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Tampa Bay, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Miami, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Soro Music. Real hasta la muerte.
Son las 12 de la madrugada, mirándome en el espejo, haciendo dinero, pero ya yo sé que por ahí vienen los feos. Y yo sé que tarde o temprano a mí ya me van a trancar, pensando en mí y en mi familia y en quién me lo va a cuidar. Pensando que estos cabrones quién es el que me va a chotear. Pensando que estos cabrones quién es el que se va a virar. La tecata se sigue vendiendo y no la paran de comprar. El que se sigue cocinando y los tecatos no paran de cambiar. Los kilos cruzando los mares, guiándome de los federales. La corte y los palos los tenemos todos pintados de camuflaje. Nos vestimos de negro y te vamos a casar como los militares. Los kilos cruzando los mares, guiándome de los federales. La corte y los palos los tenemos todos pintados de camuflaje. Nos vestimos de negro y te vamos a casar como los militares. Por eso en la federal esperando el transfer para la estatal. Esperando la 20 y pensando en la mierda que va a hablar de mí el fiscal. Pensando en la cara a mi madre cuando entré para la corte que empezó a llorar. Y yo soy 27 y todos estos nietos a mí me quieren apuñalar. Esperando los kilos por American Airlines. Te matamos cabrón ya tu vida ni el diablo ni Dios va a darle rewind. Yo la he visto llorar, estoy en pli de 10 años y empiezan a chotear. Y estoy hablando con mi celda real G for life.